Legend of Total War here with part 13 of my This is Total War Rome 2 Let's Play campaign as the Marcomanni. Alright, so, or as I called them in the previous episode, the Macaroni tribe. That was just a little joke. Previously, we've been just slaughtering the enemies. We're still, you know, been able to maintain, This is Total War. I don't think I've missed an opportunity to declare war on someone. Financially, we're not quite as strong as we used to be because public order is an issue, so I had to drop the taxes significantly. But I'll increase them again once this switch to Empire wears off, which should be fairly soon. How much is left to that? Should be like 2 more turns. Or is it? Yeah, government reform, 2 more turns. Okay, cool. And of course, with the added expense of having now 9 doom stacks, I think every single army has now been converted to doom stacks, which are 3 or 4 times more expensive than the club infantry. Obviously, that takes a toll on your economy. So this has grain here, so every region that borders this province here will produce 2 additional grain. I remember when it used to be like all regions that would provide extra grain. When it was like that, all you need to do is get yourself a couple of these settlements and then you never needed to build any food buildings. And they left it like that for years, obviously needing to change it later down the track. Anyway, I think I might head over to Noria. Although, they're a 1 settlement faction, and I haven't heard a peep out of them for the majority of the campaign. So I reckon when I get there, they're gonna be there. I don't have my stuff set up properly just yet. Maybe it'd be best just to hold this position for the time being. Destroy these. I don't really want mining. You can make a lot of money from it, but that's just not the way I'm going. We need to make sure we have a strong garrison so that they don't just send like a tiny little army to come and take it. They actually need more or less a half stack to take us on. Or, you know, some really good units. I think I've done pretty much everything that I can for the turn. Let me just see what else I could build and then we'll move on. What's my corruption up to now? 40%. And let's move on. Not a big deal, we can easily recapture this. Okay, the Helvetii are back. Should be able to just defeat them with this again. Good. And it looks like they hired a bunch of mercenaries to come and help them. So hopefully the area is drained of mercenaries, so they just can't do that again. Did they get wiped out? Hopefully they don't come back, because they've come back a couple of times now. Alright, so looking at things politically, it's 3-2, okay. I mean, I'd really like to get to this position here, but when you've got 3 political parties, that's really hard to get to. Purging is not very useful. This is a good way to cause trouble. Got everything under control. So I guess that's alright. Should be getting pretty old by now.
For the all highest. All Father be praised. How can I help?
Now I forgot to look at this. Certain things need demolishing. Yep, we keep that. And yeah, we'll keep that there. That. Roman giant ballista, huh? I almost don't want to destroy it because then they'll just raise a new one. That being said, Octavian's Rome is pretty much gone, so just finish them off and get yourself a victory.
Fight for the ancestors.
Now, a full stack army of mine costs roughly around 4,000 without any reducing upkeep. So we've only got 3,000 income at the moment, so I can't really justify another army. It's definitely on my mind. How's my Imperium coming along? Now we've actually reached a point where I don't really want the Imperium to increase right now. We haven't got our economy under control yet. Yeah, I didn't think you'd be able to make it here. I really wanted you to. Oh well. At least you're at full strength now. So that should provide us with additional +2 public order. Global bonus. I'm not chasing after that. So yeah, looking at resources. Let's see. So we've got the marble here. I believe there's marble in Greece. There's more iron over here. We don't really. If we've got these 2 irons, we don't really need a 3rd one. Olive oil is good as well. Helps with increasing wealth from all agricultural sources. Okay, they're no threat. I think I'll need another army down into Italy because he's by himself. And I'm really trying to hold on to this wine resource. I don't think it matters about taking out this. Once we take Batavium, they're as good as dead. So you just wait there for the time being. Actually, let me just see. What's at Rome? Rome's ready to be taken. I mean, if we lose it, we'll just recapture it. It's not that big of a deal. Let's take it. No need to fight this manually. It's not well defended. The position is ruined. Oh, we've seen it before. It's the first time in hundreds of years, or 800 years, I don't know, Rome gets sacked by barbarians. Ah, there's no clip for you captured Rome. It's level 4 settlement. But the problem here is that I can't convert that and there's no garrison. So I gotta demolish it. So holding on to Rome doesn't provide us with any great bonuses. Not faction-wide. Good, looks like you're gonna get back here in time to stop this rebellion. Easy victory.
Is there nothing else? Thirsty for battle. The All-Father guides my steps. For the
So,
tribe.
once again, he got sabotaged. So, if we just take you out,
My path is barred.
Thirsty for
it's all
battle.
fixed. It's so weird. Dude, that's an
All-Father
exploit.
be praised. How
It's
can
just-
I help?
Like, what are you supposed to do? Like, when they make it that obvious.
Share my fire.
Warriors! Let them cower before us!
Remember,
For the
warriors.
All-Higher!
Our
For the
ancestors.
All-Father!
Alright, so I would have fought this battle manually, but I thought there'd be some garrison here. I mean, it's Roman, so I guess the settlement that is, so I guess they wouldn't be able to make use of it. I should have waited before attaching the guy, because now I can't sack it. I wouldn't have enough movement, so I would just have to occupy it. That's okay. I think
Ready for
definitely good
orders.
money. And that olive oil there provides, there's no negatives to it, and provides wealth from all agriculture for all regions. Now, even though we don't have a garrison from this, if we can establish ourselves with the garrison building, at least we'll have a small garrison. I'll just have to wait until the level 4 building comes around so I can convert it. Because the only bonus to that is just a tiny garrison. 2 Germanic tribesmen, 1 Woden as spears, 2 Germanic youths.
Come, sit, share my fire! Ready for orders!
Okay. If you could come and check out what's going on over here, I'd be a little bit more confident with making an attack.
Thirsty for battle! You have further orders?
We should be able to make it there next turn.
As you request.
All-Father be praised!
Yep, I need you to get down into Italy and help us out.
I am ready.
Might send you into Iberia. Usually really like taking Spain because it doesn't have a whole lot of frontiers. It's like 2 entrances from the north. Or 3 if you include this one, but that's a long way to go through. You can invade by sea, and then there's this tiny tip here in Africa. So it's a good region, a good few provinces to hold.
Warriors all!
Especially if you own Africa and the sea out here, like the Romans do. You don't have to ever worry about leaving a garrison because it's just not going to come under attack.
Request.
Ready for battle!
So Antony's Rome has made it to Singidan. Suppose we should focus on controlling Dacia first.
Thirsty for battle!
Now, if I have a look at the resources here, doesn't seem like there's anything.
Ready for orders! Is that all?
Oh, they're so close to making it. If you stay there next turn, you should be able to take it. At least this way we get some replenishment.
For the tribe!
No new enemies. Let's just go through the provinces, make sure everything's under control, and then move on. Yeah, alright. That only costs food. Okay, public order here's looking pretty good now. You might be able to leave there soon. Alright, let's upgrade that now. Not that we'd ever need to recruit noble horses from there, but I like to keep things fairly uniform. That's the way we've planned things out. Good, everything's under control. Don't have much money left in reserve, but that's okay. We can possibly start taxing things again soon. So if I have a look at public order, there's 2 provinces that are lowering in public order, and they're not properly captured consolidated territories. So let's see, if I was to increase it to the next level, it goes up to 12. And it's still the same situation, only these 2 are going downhill. Not yet. Not in desperate need of the money right now. If I was in desperate need, I'd jack up the taxes. I'd much rather have stability. We've got enough military forces to crush our enemies. Okay, Pannonia's only got like a really small income, but then again, it's only being taxed a small amount, so it's not a big deal. All right, so bad omen. Make a votive offering. I don't even need to read it. It's usually the same result every time.
We take this.
Sack it.
Warriors all.
It's kind of how we make most of our money, through sacking things.
Ready for orders.
I'll be converting this to that because that'll provide more money and larger garrison. Okay, so what do these guys have sitting here? Okay, that's not so bad.
On the move.
The garrison's only got 8. He's got about 8. Let's sabotage him if we can. I reckon we'll be able to auto resolve that.
Sieging settlement.
Yeah. I don't think this will defeat them outright. They've probably got an army somewhere else. But if they come back here, I'll have the walls.
For the tribe. They're laying siege to their hovels.
But 2 victories. That's really good for him because he needs a level.
Warriors all.
Okay, just reached next level of Imperium. I didn't need to do this right now. I didn't need this next level of Imperium. And it might actually... Oh, look, they've... Oh, I should have had you sabotage him.
In the dark.
Oh, Father, be praised. How can I help?
Yeah, there's no way out of that one this time. He's probably going to come down here and attack, but we could beat him. So with the next level of Imperium, so we've just gone from 5 to 6. Extra public order penalties to foreign culture. Minor increase to influence. Doubles political action cost penalties. Increases political incident occurrence. 5% extra corruption. And -5 loyalty from these political parties. This one's very much under control. Yeah, with militarist and subversive, that really keeps things under control. I may need actually another marriage. So let's just... Okay, you're not even married. So Golden Bleast clan, political marriage. And you get yourself a Harridan wife. Ugh. That's not very good. Well, not a good idea to divorce. This wouldn't be worth it. Oh well, you're old anyway, just put up with it for the last few years of your life. Yeah, I'll still sack it.
Warriors old. Ready for battle.
Just repair that all in due time. And we'll convert that in due time. So that's good, extra public order bonus. Even if it's damaged, I'm pretty sure it still provides the bonus.
I am the knife in the dark.
Any new enemies? Nope. Where next? Well, this is the closest, so let's just see what's down here.
Shield to my
Yeah, you could easily deal with that. These Iberians are not that strong. Painted warriors. We got good melee attack, but they're not that well armored. Actually, they're a lot more decent than I thought they would be. The Iberian spearmen won't do much. They've got blister of their own. Sabotage them anyway.
sabotage.
Why make it more difficult for our troops? I just don't understand these people that play the game and don't use agents. Because agents are so effective. Yeah, I know they're annoying. I know it's like a stupid part of the game, but it is still part of the game. It's like when people give me shit for not using merchants in Medieval 2, except you don't need to use merchants in Medieval 2. It's funny. If I don't use an element of one game, people give me shit. And if I use an element in another game, people give me shit about it. It's like there's just so much of a double standard. I'd much rather put it here. Because there's 4 regions in this province.
I live to serve my people.
The All Father guides
Okay,
my
that looks
steps.
right for the taking.
Sword and shield to my people.
Can I finish?
But I should have maybe sent you to Octodorus instead. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Because that'll help maintain the public order here just for a turn.
Dead.
Because it's not good. Why don't you force march to here to provide just a little bit of extra public order. Good. Since he couldn't move anyway.
For the tribe.
So that's got some more olive oil, which is obviously a very good resource.
Ready.
Not for trading, because I can't trade. But at the same time, I should probably fix up what we've got here in Italia first. Doesn't seem to be any armies out this way, so we're good to just keep going.
Let them go.
Keep hitting
For us.
everywhere we can. I might hit Batavia next turn, which will pretty much end Octavian's run. Sack it. Gotta make my money somehow since taxes aren't good enough right now.
Warriors old.
Just demolish it, it'll be cheaper. Looks like Agovia is about to come under attack by Canterbury. Where are my spies? Okay, so okay, this is well under control now. You need to move somewhere else. Also well under control. Yeah, let's bring you down to here.
Aye.
What?
Also in pretty good shape down here. So send you into this province. Or maybe even into Dacia.
What would you have of me?
Ready for battle. Thirsty
Good, that saves a little bit of cash.
As you request.
Yeah, get there as fast as you can. I'm probably going to lose Kogovia, so we want to be able to retake it straight away. So I have a choice here. I can take Masilia, or Nabo. What would I want? My choice. So what does Nabo have? I think I'll go with Masilia.
Ready for battle.
I won't be able to sack it though. So maybe I will go with Nabo. We'll
Take this
make our way slowly
settlement
across there.
for the tribe. Thirsty for battle. For the tribe.
Again, just demolish it. It'll change the culture. Demolish that.
I am the knife in the dark. The shadows are friends.
Okay, who else hasn't moved?
All Father be praised. How can I ready for the tribe?
You can actually make it to Kogovia. Alright, well we send you over there to prevent its loss. There's no way they'd attack. Based on what they've got here. Even in an ambush, they don't stand a chance. I'll upgrade my units here, just in case, but you know, that's fairly expensive. And doesn't seem like there's anything else I need to do. Let's just check politics, make sure everything's under control. Losing a little bit of influence here and there. Won't worry about it too much. How are we going for public order? Okay, in Dacia, I'm going to send a feast. To help negate these penalties. Good. Alright. Any enemies that we need to declare on? Nope. Moving on. And this is not difficult. It was like a little bit of stress at the start, but like I remember with the This Is Total War Carthage campaign, it was ages before I was like feeling comfortable. Absolutely ages. I mean, that was 120 episodes or something. Ridiculous amount. Why would they make this attack? Alright, so we just finished the research tax labor. So that was this one here. Good. Loads of food coming in, also good. We got Leopardus Rome. Poised to maybe strike Arretium. So once we finish this technology, yeah, we can increase our public order by upgrading these cinemas and that lead resource up there as well.
Oh, Father be praised. How can I let them cower
Time to go,
before us?
Octavian. There's no need to fight this battle manually because it's just a nothing fight. Why didn't this guy? He must have been sabotaged or something because he didn't even show up. I didn't sabotage him.
Ready for orders. For the tribe, none will escape.
2 battles is good, double the experience. think this general here, though, is at level 10.
Ready for orders.
Yeah, he's at level 10, but it's still leveling up his legion. There's still more I can do here. You know, decreasing upkeep costs, which also increases their morale and replenishment. That's very useful. That's probably one of the most useful traditions.
Come, sit, share my fire.
For the
I don't know if you need to sabotage him. Oh, hang on. What might be better is to sabotage this guy here to prevent a major counterattack.
enemy. Succeeding is
But he can still make it there. But he's in much worse shape.
Thirsty for battle.
I don't know, maybe I should hold off.
Come, sit, share my fire.
Or come around over here. It's probably not as well defended. If both of their armies are here. We're in no rush. I'll just sit tight. Reinforcements are on the way.
Thirsty for battle.
So yeah, now you get to take
Ready for
Masilia,
battle. Laying siege. Ready for orders.
which was not defended at all.
Sword and shield. Fight. Thirsty for battle.
No victories for you with that. Good amount of money gained, and we now need to smash it up and replace things. That needs to be destroyed because I can't replace it. I think we're pretty good for food, so harbour is probably the way to go.
I live to serve my people.
Oh, I just can't reach Genoa.
To your duty, my warriors.
Okay, so I think if I just assassinate him, it should end the faction. But I wonder, might it be better for him to win the battle? I'll shape you in.
Sit, share my fire.
To get a little bit more experience.
for the all
You'll have a better chance of success if you just sabotage him.
sabotage.
Help him to stop moving. Good. Because he's not a super spy just yet.
How can I help?
Easy victory, and we wipe him out.
Ready for further
And that's another
orders.
faction that bites the dust. So let's have a look at how we're going now. We now have 49 settlements, which means 31 more to go. And we're done. Well, we still haven't fully controlled Dacia and Latium, but we're pretty close to that. And we still need more units, but I can easily do that with navies.
Can I finish my wine?
And plus we've got 3 armies we could recruit at any given time. If I had the money, I'd do it, which I don't right now. Plus excuse me, not feeling under pressure.
Thirsty for battle. Let them cower before us. All Father be praised. How can I help?
Alright, I want you to stand over here. Don't know what's there, but I want you to be able to take Sergestica next turn. Alright, who else has moved?
For order?
Warriors all.
Alright, I want to send you to the east. You come over here.
Set up a watch. For the all highest.
Yeah, you just sit tight. Whilst I probably could defeat them,
We cannot do that.
I'm just a little bit concerned by these guys here. It just might be too much at this stage. Probably to win, we could do it, but this is you certainly could handle it. Alright. Get yourself your upgrades. Costs us a bit of money, but if you sack this settlement, we might be able to make that back.
Siege to their hovels.
Again, not worth fighting manually. The odds are just too much in my favor for me to bother. Yeah, the damage is minimal. Make a bit of money. Enough to pay for their upgrades. I think, or at least close to it, and we'll capture the settlement.
Thirsty for battle.
Keep that. That needs to be converted. I have to wait for the repairs to demolish this.
As you request.
So I don't think these guys are going to have the guts to attack us. Unless they've got another army sitting around over here.
Ready for battle.
Good, that certainly helps.
For the all highest.
So he wants to escape us, does he? I'm not afraid of him, so I'm going to charge at him. If he wants to attack me, that's his funeral. Even if the Order Resolve says I'll lose, I'll promise you I'd win. We'll be able to attack Genua next turn. And that seems to be all we can do with any of this.
Yes.
Let's double check. Okay, so you're on the move. Come down to here. We've secured this province.
If you
I just
say
need
so.
public order maintained. Good, you more than do so there.
I am the destroyer of men.
Stay here until this is completely under control.
Come, sit. Share my fire.
And I was thinking of sending you to Dacia. Although we've just... Oh yeah, we'll be capturing that soon. So just come to here. We don't need to put this down right now.
For the all highest, on the move. I could be of further help.
Going anywhere, and then
Oh, Father, be
we're done.
praised.
Moving on.
How can I
Double
help?
check. And politics, everything seems okay. Good, they lost a bit of influence, so did they. Let's move on. Concerned about that. I guess they realised that we were coming for them. They were like, well, we might as well give it a shot. Thanks for making me not have to hunt you down all over the place. Although it looks like they actually sabotaged my army up that way. Since they ran out of territory, that's the end of them. Ooh, we're getting fewer and fewer enemies, but those of them that are still around are larger. Except for like Octavian's Rome, obviously that's a giant pile of shit now. So critical damage there that I can't get out of. That's okay.
I live to serve my people.
It's a bit risky, but I want you to get over here to take Brigantium. I don't think it's going to be well defended.
What would you have of me? The shadows.
Just because we've already killed one army here, and we've got another one tied down here.
I have seen it done.
We're almost at full strength. And they've got no garrison here because Romans used to hold it.
Laying siege to their
Which means another easy victory. No need to fight that manually. It would be a waste of time. Because the results would not really have been any better than that.
ready for battle. For the tribe.
Just take it down. I'll just rebuild it from scratch.
I am the knife in the dark.
Can I finish my wine? Our path is blocked!
So, Lepidus has got some good units, but again, the balance of power is too far in my favour for me to warrant taking this person, taking it into my own hands. We didn't lose any units and our replenishment rate's really high, so it just doesn't matter.
As you request. I live to serve my
So it'll take only 3 turns for them to recover. Maybe some of those upgrades could have reduced the number of casualties, but we're not making that much cash right now. Anyway, it doesn't matter. All's well that ends well. For me, at least. Didn't end well for them. There's going to be a revolt here, so you two will need to stay here to deal with it.
All Father be praised. How can I help?
Come, sit, share my fire.
Of course, there's nothing here.
For the tribe! Thirsty for battle.
Yeah, keep that there. Alright, if that's going to be here, cancel that. And instead build that. So we're not even close to making 5,000 in any of the settlements, so the Mogul trade's gone completely to waste. But of course there'd be large amount of corruption now because we're just capturing so many settlements. Like, what are we up to now? Up to 53. We've captured 4 settlements so far this turn. There's just no slowing us down. There's no resistance on the way down here. Well, maybe we should be a little bit more cautious. And when I say a little bit, I mean just a little bit. Just stay there. And I'll give you your upgrades, just in case you do come under attack. No point upgrading them.
Thirsty for battle.
Plenty of food. I suppose this is really helping us out with food now.
All Father be praised.
So we've already got 3 armies in Iberia. How many do we want to dedicate?
Ready for
Could have sent some backup over there. We also do need to get out here. I suppose with fleets being the way they are now, even if we got caught out in the water, we'd still crush them because they can't ram us.
for the tribe. Get moving.
You might be better off actually force marching. Make sure you get up on land
Faster, you slags.
and being able to capture it next turn. Maybe. Because it will use up some of the movement that we would have had for next turn. Then I'll have you. Oh, you're hindered. Okay. Any new enemies? Nope.
For the all highest.
You stay put. Because there's going to be a rebellion. I don't want it taking this region.
Warriors all. Warriors all. For the tribe.
Get this. That's... Oh yeah, extra grain level 3. Excellent. Yeah, that's brought in a lot of extra food. Nice. And that's secured the province. Let me get out of this. Plus 10% morale for all armies and wealth from culture faction-wide. Good stuff. I need more research rate though. Let's go through here, see if there's anything that I really want to construct. These settlements now should be under control, so we can now develop them. But, you know, I don't have that much money. That's still a frontier region. Probably don't invest too much into it. this is no longer a frontier. This needs to be converted. There goes almost all of our cash. Not really a frontier, we should be okay to upgrade it. And there goes all of our cash. So checking politics again. Good. No issues. Looking good, moving on.
Sit! Share my fire!
So yeah, we haven't properly developed this region, but this is just a navy. So in terms of numbers, we have about the same. Most of their units are just levies. But they do have some legionnaires here, and those are veteran legionnaires. There's not that many of them. I couldn't possibly make them sink. But these levies, when they get on the land, if we're... I don't know, it's like... It's possible to win this, but it would be very unlikely, because these guys here would just eat us up. Like, what units do we have here that would be able to do anything? Only the javelin men. They wouldn't have enough ammunition to kill both of them. So, short of shooting them, there's not enough I can do. I don't think I could win that if I fought it manually. I just wouldn't have enough. And now that they're sitting there, I can just come down here and wipe them out. So it's actually better that way, apart from, you know, causing public order problems and cancelling off anything else constructing. But, you know, I'll sack Araminum again and make a bit of cash to compensate. Okay. Still no new enemies, which is great.
Oh, Father, be praised!
And we take Salona, which has got marble here, which means more public order bonuses for us. So I can think about increasing taxes again soon. Good, it's at level 4. I'm just going to occupy that.
Ready for battle!
So, even though it's not my culture, it should have still provided me with +4 public order. Look at the most of the regions out here, it's in really good shape now because that's at level 4. Yeah, public order's looking great. Just checking if there's any that are... Hang on, we got a rebellion here. That's easy enough to deal with. Good, public order here sorted.
I live to serve my people.
Just seeing if anywhere there's any major public order issues. Anyone that would object from... Well, there's Rome. That's okay, it's not properly provincial yet. Okay, so I think we can increase the taxes by 1. So that's an increase of 7 public order problems. But triples it, nearly quadrupling the amount of money that I'm making per turn.
Go, sit, share my
Well, triples my profit. It doesn't actually increase the amount of money, because it doesn't also increase your upkeep costs.
Let them cower before us. Warriors all. None will escape.
Alright, 2 battles for us. No worries. Take him out. And then...
For the tribe. For the all highest.
I've got no money left to repair that. That's okay.
Thirsty for battle.
Good. We can actually still make it to Illyria.
Siege to their hovels.
Should still have enough movement to occupy it, or to sack and occupy. Yep, still got plenty.
Ready for orders.
Actually, just convert that. Running low on cash. Actually, we're out of cash, but it's all good. So now we have 56 settlements. It's victory is right around the corner for us.
Finish my wine. We take this settlement for the
A little bit of resistance, but I don't think they're strong enough to defeat us. Okay, can get down to Cordoba. You able to move this turn? Nope, you've been sabotaged again. They might just be there, you know, forever at this rate, but it's fine.
How can I help?
Check if Lepidus has
Father
an
guides
army over
us
here. Oh,
steps.
he's got one there. Does Matt take Cordoba?
Let them cower before us. We take this settlement.
Yep, got enough movement that I can sack and occupy. They've actually got a large garrison here, but odds-wise, there's still no point fighting it. Unless it's like less than 60%, there's no point. The amount of money to be had for that.
Thirsty for battle.
Need to knock that down as well because I can't convert it. Alright, who else needs to move? Over here, you need some bonus. Good, that'll help with public order, but it's more or less under control now. Just get it up to 100% and then you can move down south.
For battle.
as you request. I live to serve my people. We need to hurry.
Yeah, I want you to come down here and eliminate this army here. They won't attack us in this situation. But yeah, they're stuck now. They might attack Rome, but they won't win. Okay. Let's just save a little bit of cash up for something that we might actually need.
Father be praised. How can I help? Besieging settlement. The way is
Just like what I keep saying, when you go up against big factions, it's just most of the time they just have undefended settlements. Can't keep it there.
ready for orders.
Alright. Public order here still needs to be maintained, so maybe you should stay here just a little bit longer. Now to give him a bit of a chance to rest as well. As we're capturing new settlements, we're actually losing money. reduce corruption.
How can I assist you?
Yeah, just stop him from moving anywhere. Eventually we'll catch him,
Sabotaging.
and then we'll kill him.
It is done.
Ah, Octavian's room's not finished yet. There's still this one.
Thirsty for battle. For the tribe.
But it won't take us long to get there. If we have a look at strength rating, Antony's Rome is still considered stronger than us. We're stronger than Lepidus' Rome. So Antony's Rome must own a lot of settlements. Or maybe it's just because they've got a lot of client states. That might be it.
Go, sit. Share my fire.
So yeah, we move further down south into Italy, crushing all opposition as we go. Public order here is secure. This could use it. I don't have enough money. Alright then, moving on. Still gotta find more of the global public order bonuses. Eventually, once you get them all, or even just a majority of them, it gets to a point where you just won't ever receive a revolt unless like 10 armies raid in your territory all at once. Because there's a purple dye vat or snail vat or something in Getulia, I think it is, and it's worth, once at level 4, I think it's +6 public order, and I think there might be 2 of those in total in the campaign map. I think the other one is in Arabia. Or I can't remember. Slums in Masilia. Oh. Oops. Subjugation. Just knock it down. These slums cause big time problems. So yeah. Should have gone through the list last turn, which I didn't. Okay, good. Our income increased. Okay, are you able to move this time? Good. They weren't able to suppress you. Of course, there's still a lot of agents out here. You probably won't make it all the way without getting hit again, but that's okay.
Come, sit. Share my
So Gades down here. Level 4 wine resource. Now let's just check before we do this. See if a region that's not of our culture still has the same effect. So that's a 21, right? So if we capture it, it should go up to 25.
ready for battle. We take this settlement for the tribe.
That's assuming that just because it's of a different culture, it still provides the same benefits. Actually, let's also check if it damage does the same thing.
For battle.
Because it doesn't tell you what the effects are.
Tribe.
It does in Total War Attila. Ah, it's only half effect. There you go. So if I had occupied it, it should have been +4. So let's repair it. Oh, I won't know for certain, will I? Next time we enter this situation, I'll need to do another test on it. Because it could be that it's only providing +2. And even if I repair it, it'll still be +2 because of a different culture. So I don't know. It doesn't fucking tell you.
Can I finish?
So now we know. Damaged buildings, half effect.
As you request.
Okay, we're just about at an hour. How many territories do we have now? 60. We're so close to victory.
I live to serve my people.
Oh, you got sabotaged, huh? God damn it.
For blood.
Thirsty for battle. Attack!
They still got way too much trash in their armies.
On the move, lads. Ready for orders. Not possible.
Still don't feel the need to get slaves.
Warriors,
Not until public order is really under control. And I've got things
for the
max tax
tribe.
rate.
Warriors all. Ready for
So that gives me the entire province of Latium, but it's probably going to revolt. Actually, what might be better is if you were just standing here. They won't hit you again if you're sitting inside a settlement. Good. Let's go for just like a minute or two more. Take one or two more things.
thirsty for battle.
Lead down here. Take it. Not defended. Oh, hang on. This is an opportunity to test.
We take this settlement.
Okay, so it's at level 4. So, assuming that it's not damaged, we're just going to occupy it this time, it should go up to 27. And if that's the case, you still get the full effect out of buildings that are not of your culture. So let's find out.
Thirsty for battle.
You see here, +4 public order because of sanitation in all provinces. We go up here. 27. Okay, so there you go. You do not need to convert your buildings. Okay, you still get the full stated bonus. The only difference between converted building and not converted is the garrison. That's it. Now we'll just hit this and then end the episode there.
For the tribe.
Sack it.
Warriors all. Ready for battle.
And if that's the case, I probably should repair this down here. But I'll forget about it between now and the next time, so I'll just try and remember next time. Alright, so the situation's looking good. We have 63 settlements. I think we gained more than 20 this time. But the thing is, we're just rolling over everyone. Our doom stack is fucking invincible. So we got the ticks all over there. I guess we can start actually recruiting some more armies. Some more doom stacks, why not? I can afford it now. Because each army cost me around 4,000 each. A little bit less than that, actually. And, anyway, that's the end of this episode, so like and subscribe. Part 14, I think, is next, which might actually be the final episode. Maybe, it depends how quickly we conquer. If we come up against resistance and I fight battles manually, then it probably won't be, but there's a possibility. Anyway, that's the end of this episode. Like and subscribe. Part 14 is next, and don't forget to visit me on Facebook. See you next time, fuckers.